loyal viewers and subjects, Tyler's hands are gonna get cut off. Hello, all disciples. Welcome to our year in Dew review. 2023 is when we started this epic journey to try all of the Mountain Dew flavors. 2024, we're probably not gonna finish that journey because it's YouTube and we have to farm views. We're in it for the money. Disclaimer, we make no money.
We have made
$0.
We've actually spent more money.
We've spent way more money than we've actually needed to do this. That being said, 2023 was great. 2024, the year of the dude, or the year of the Dew Dragon, as Dew-ragon, if you will. That's what Tyler says a lot, but I don't say it because it's difficult for me to say because I'm bad with words. We have a lot of things planned and upcoming for our future videos on the channel. Now, without further ado, we're going to kick off 2024 with a previous year review of all of the Dews we have done. We're going to go over the ratings we've done, maybe think about changing them if we could. Now, cameraman Jesus, when I snap my fingers, I'm gonna need you to cut the video, and then Tyler and I will be back to do the year in review. We're back. Tyler, are you excited?
I'm excited.
Are you excited to get this little year in review Dew spectacular underway?
I'm very hyped. I don't know what to say. I can't really word my excitement for this.
Tyler, a man of few words. A man of more bad Dew scores, as you will find out as we go over each and every one of these flavors. Now, Tyler, do you remember the first Dew we've ever reviewed on this channel in that dark, frightening house? that video does not need to be rewatched.
Oh, that's easy, Sean. That was the Mountain Dew Zero Sugar.
Tyler's correct. It is the Mountain Dew Zero Sugar.
So I remember the Zero Sugar Mountain Dew also having a way better score than we expected for it.
So, you know what? I'm going to start it off. I'm going to give it a 7.2.
7.2. I'd say that's fair. I'm going to say I will give it a 6. Just because we have so many Dews to try still.
This is true. This is true. This was the first Dew we've ever reviewed. We weren't really knowing what to expect because we don't drink a lot of Zero Sugar Mountain Dew. But it wasn't bad. It was actually pretty good. It was a solid Dew.
It was a very, very solid Dew. I believe I gave it a 6.
I gave it a 7.2. So, honestly, I don't think there's anything myself I would change about that.
No, I would say that it stood its test of time for this year.
It being, 7 months since we tried it. It was a good Dew. It was a good Dew. You can't go wrong with the Zero Sugar. There's nothing wrong with that. Now, the second Dew we have ever reviewed is a dark place for Tyler. He thinks about this constantly. He brings it up in every video. It is the Diet Mountain Dew. We got this from an unnamed location.
Where you think if you drink more, it gets better, but it gets worse.
Now, my friend Tyler here, this is a sore subject for him. He is shaking currently. He's having a very rough time, and I'm not going to remind him. I'm not going to ask him any questions about this because I don't want him crying. I don't want a mental breakdown here on the channel, on the Mountain Dudes.
Okay, fine. I'll give it a 0.
See, I think that's more fair. I'm going to give it a solid 3.5. I know Tyler's score was a 0 for this Dew.
I would give it even lower if I could. It deserves to not exist. It doesn't make sense that the flavor changes so much for a diet beverage. It doesn't do that for Diet Pepsi. It doesn't do that for Diet Coke. It does that for Diet Mountain Dew, Sean. It makes no fucking sense.
Tyler, you said if we got over 15 likes, you would no longer curse.
I lied.
Tyler, it's okay. It's okay. We're not making you retry the Diet Dew. That being said, I gave it a 3.5. But you'll find out that I gave a lot of Dews a 3 because it's not bad, but it's not good. That being said, next Dew. Next Dew we reviewed was the Baja Blast, a signature drink of Taco Bell.
I have fond memories about trying that one for the first time in years.
when Tyler was 3 years old and he
4.
had his first Slurpees of Baja Blast.
I like this Mountain Dew a lot, and I haven't had it since it probably first came out. I would say 7.5.
7.5 from Tyler.
7.5.
And apparently he hasn't had the Baja since it came out in 2004.
How have you not had the 2004?
I swear,
That is my question.
I just never cared about it.
I'm going to say 8.7.
7.
I'm not going to say it's a 9, because that would be pretty close to 10, which is like the best Mountain Dew. I gave the Baja Blast an 8.7. It was one of my highest scored Dews, because it is a signature flavor that everyone loves. You don't think Taco Bell without thinking about Baja Blast. Tyler, what did you give the Baja?
I gave the Baja Blast a 7.5, which I would say I still agree with. It was the first really good Dew we tried on the channel, and I have nothing else to really say about it. It deserved its score.
Right. It definitely deserved its score. The next Dew we'd reviewed was an exclusive Dew over the summer called Summer Freeze. I specifically remember that it was called Dew with a drop or something of Summer Americana. We could never figure out what that meant. I have, to this day, no idea what it means. It is described as Dew with a blast of Summer Americana. Tyler, what is Summer Americana?
I don't know. It's a fair 7. It's a fair 7. for this
Fair
one.
7. Not giving anything higher than that. Wow.
Nope. Can't make it on par with the Baja.
I'm gonna say 7.3.
7.3.
All I know is that I gave that Dew a 7.3.
And I gave that Dew a 7. Would you change anything about that Dew score?
Honestly, if I could change the score, I'd probably bump it up to maybe a 7.5, 7.6. Just because the more I think about it, the more I think, wow, I really want a Summer Freeze.
Surprisingly, I would give it a lower score. I would
lower
give it a
score?
6, simply for being so dang boring.
I mean, that's true. That I
It
kind
is
of get
an
that.
uninspired Mountain Dew.
It was very uninspired. It was just a blue flavor. I
was
think it was
just
supposed to
another-
taste like a rocket pop kind of thing.
It tasted blue, my friends. It tasted blue.
It did indeed taste blue. Now, continuing on the trend of blue Dews, that lovely taste of blue that they put in every kind of blue Dew, was the Frostbite, the Walmart exclusive Dew.
Cup guy, please bring us the Dew.
Wait, I'm not cup guy.
You know, camera guy, cup guy, you're the same person to us. I will say this Mountain Dew is a 5 because I already had a good blue Mountain Dew. I would prefer the Summer Freeze over this one.
Yikes. I don't know if I'd say this is a 5. It's definitely not bad. I'm just like, if I had to drink it, I'll drink it, but
It sits perfectly in the middle for me. It's a perfect middle Dew.
yeah, I'm gonna give it a 6.3. It's just not bad. It's not like fantastic. It's just a solid Dew. I probably would prefer the Summer Freeze over this as well, in which I rated a 6.3 because I didn't think it was really that bad. But like Tyler has said and continues to say until this day, that blue drinks taste like blue.
Blue drinks taste like blue, and therefore I think 5 was a fair one for the Frostbite. I would maybe give it a 6 since it tasted exactly like the other one.
He's gonna average out every blue drink to taste like a solid 6.
Make it
There's
a
nothing
solid
wrong with
6.
that.
It's not a bad drink. I think 6 is a fair average.
I would say so. 6 is definitely a solid score.
The next Mountain Dew we tried after that was Mountain Dew Spark. Mountain Dew Spark, I remember seeing for the first time and being surprised that it was pink.
The pink Dew was a little thrown. It kind of threw you off a little bit.
It really did.
Cup guy, hit us with the cup. Cup guy! What was that? Very difficult decision for Tyler.
7.5.
7.5.
We'll tie it with the Baja Blast.
Tied with the Baja.
I respect the flavor. Very strong flavor. Very recognizable flavor.
I agree. But my score, I hate to disagree with you. This is personally one of my favorite Dews. This is a solid 9.2. 9.2 in the Dew book,
That is a
in the Dew rankings, if we will. Now, the Spark, as shocking as it was when it hits your taste buds. It is, to this day, one of my favorite dews if I need a quick little drink to refresh me. It was dew that was flavored like raspberry lemonade. And I've never had raspberry lemonade before in my life. I've had normal lemonade.
The raspberry lemonade Mountain Dew was a solid Mountain Dew that I actually wish I would have rated higher. In the video, I remember saying I couldn't give it a higher score than the Baja Blast, but it deserves a higher score than the Baja Blast. I would have probably gave it an 8 or an 8.5 for the Spark.
Wow.
If I could do it again.
I see my score is already the highest score. This is the highest score I've ever given a dew to this day. I know there was a dew coming in the future that I will probably give it a 10 because it is one of my favorite dews. But this dew, the number 2 Sean Dew Spark, was a 9.2 because it is so good. It is so refreshing. It's the taste is just so amazing. I just love it. I actually had one of those today. It will never not be my favorite thing. I hope they keep it forever. PepsiCo, please, please.
Keep the Spark.
Please keep
For
the
the
Spark.
children.
It'll make an excellent gift.
Stocking stuffers, ooh. So going from the electrifying flavor that was the Mountain Dew Spark, now we're gonna lead into what we should consider the biggest disappointment of the summer.
You're
That
not
was
talking
the,
about the
Baja Passion Fruit Punch.
passion fruit punch.
Passion
fruit punch, everybody.
I've never tried passion fruit.
Oh yeah,
No.
passion fruit.
Back to the Diet Mountain Dew.
No, we're off that.
Bad.
You don't think this is is this bad? Is this
This
worse?
is bad. This is definitely a below average dew. I would give it probably a 3.5 myself.
I still got some. It's just not doing anything for me. It's not rating it up. It's just
This.
clearly like a 3.
Yeah.
I might have put the Diet Dew higher than this, but I don't. This is just bad. Oh, it gives me them tingles because I hate it. It's giving me goosebumps, and I don't like it. We were very hyped up about this from so many people saying, "Dudes, try the new summer Baja flavors." Then we tried them, and I have to tell you, they were awful.
I expected so much more from those beverages, and
Where are your taste buds coming from, people? The passion fruit punch, I don't even want to talk about it, but we have to, because this is a Dew year in review, and I gave it, I think, like a 3.5.
I believe I gave it 3. Was it 3 or was it 2? I can't even remember. I just know it was terrible.
You guys know what score we gave it. It's not fresh in our heads because, like bad thoughts, we're pushing them out. We don't want them in there.
They should have never been released. It makes me really wish they would cancel like some of these more boring flavors and keep some of the ones that might be interesting, like Cobra Cane. Where was that?
It's okay. It's okay. We'll get there. We'll get there. I know your excitement is insane, but I'm going to crush your dreams.
Yes.
Because the second Baja flavor was the Caribbean Splash.
Oh, that might be worse than the other one.
The
Guava.
audacity.
I feel like I've been extremely lied to by my peers.
I almost just spit it out.
All right, Sean. What would you rate this Mountain Dew Caribbean Splash?
This is like a 1.5. It's genuinely the worst thing I've ever had.
Wow, that is
It's so
that is
bad.
a low score.
That's a 2.
2.
It's a 2.
See, now I'm like,
That's bad.
The Caribbean Splash is my lowest rated dew. I gave that abomination of a drink a 1.5, which is generous to say. Just generous. If Tyler gave Diet Dew a 0, Baja Passion Fruit Punch was a
You mean Caribbean Splash?
yes, Caribbean Splash. They're all so awful. I'm getting confused. It was a 1.5. It needs to be a 0. It needs to be a -5. Mountain Dew, stop! Stop!
It's okay.
Tyler, it's okay.
okay.
Continue for me.
The Caribbean Splash, I gave a 2, and I gotta agree with Sean. It was disgusting. It made me gag when I drank it. I don't think a drink's supposed to do that. I would probably even lower the score down to a 1. I still can't say it was worse than the other.
It's okay. It's okay. We need to get this out of 2023. Leave those Bajas behind. Those Baja don'ts, if you will, not the Baja do's. Moving away from the evil do's, we have a very, very good, very happy, very sunshiny dew, Maui Burst. Maui Burst was a fantastic pineapple flavored dew.
Brought to us by Dollar General, of all places.
Dollar General, DG racking up them dew contracts to get their own exclusive dew. Bazinga!
It's good.
Yeah, it's really not that bad. It definitely tastes a lot like pineapple, and that's about it. It's like a pineapple Fanta.
We'll give it an 8.
An 8.
That is a very good Mountain
This is
Dew.
one of Tyler's favorite dews.
This came out of nowhere and took me by surprise. Dollar General, I'm proud of you.
I'm also very impressed with Dollar General. They're stepping up their game, getting into dew game. You know, I'm gonna agree with Tyler to an extent. I'm gonna say this is a solid 8.5.
That is a very good dew rating for a very good dew.
Yeah, I'm just saying, it's a good dew, good solid dew. Now, I myself, I gave the Mountain Dew Maui Burst an 8.5. It is a phenomenal dew that I have gone back to Dollar General since, grabbed me a case of it, and drank them suckers up, because that is just such a tasty dew. And honestly, Tyler, I'm sorry to cut you off before you even get to do it. This is a 9. This is a 9, third highest rated dew. That's my opinion.
I also agree with Sean here. The Maui Burst was one of my favorite Mountain Dews we tried, and to this day is still one of my favorite Mountain Dews, on par with another Mountain Dew we haven't tried yet that might be my favorite. I haven't decided yet between these two, but I have to give Maui Burst a 9. Maui Burst, it was just so phenomenal. Everything about it is just fond, good memories. It's such a
it truly
good
is.
drink.
It embodies everything of happiness. Yummy in my tummy, so scrum diddly umptious.
After the Maui Burst, our journey took us to eBay.com, where I spent $50 buying a case of Mountain Dew Flamin' Hot.
Oh man, I feel truly blessed to be opening such a holy grail. Oh, I ripped it!
Fucking box. Kind of smells like the Code Red Mountain Dew.
Oh my god. It's like inhaling a lot of pepper.
You know,
There it is.
not that bad. That's a little bit of a spice in the back there.
I was expecting spicier. That feels like it
It
gets
just has
spicier
a
with
gross
each sip.
burning
Yeah.
in my throat,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
don't really like it.
Yeah.
I gotta say that this is at least a 5. Maybe a 6. I would say 6. It's a good dew. Tastes a lot like a certain Red Mountain Dew.
Well, I mean, I'm just gonna say it's a 6.5. It's really not that bad for it being almost a year out of date.
The Flamin' Hot, surprisingly, wasn't flat, wasn't gross. I mean, it was a little scratchy on the throat.
Definitely burned a little bit.
I gave the Flamin' Hot Mountain Dew a 6, which I wouldn't change. I would say it belongs there. Maybe take it down to a 5 and just have it in the perfect middle.
Right in the middle.
Yeah.
Now, I myself gave the interesting combination of Mountain Dew and Flamin' Hot spices a 6.5 because, like Tyler had said, these Dew cans that were expired were still fizzy, weren't flat, and still had a good bit of flavor. And while it did kind of leave that burn in your throat when you drank it, I think a 6.5, I think it's going to stay there because it wasn't bad. It honestly wasn't bad considering the circumstances. And I think that's what solidifies it as a 6.5 rating Dew. We took a long hiatus. We made our return on a dark, stormy night. Wolves howling, creatures roaming abouts. We had some special guests on the Dudes, some horror movie icons.
You can't say the names because of copyright, most likely.
Exactly. We tried Voodoo 2023. Let's get that pour. Let's get that pour. Let's see what this puppy looks like.
Clear.
I don't like that color.
Now that is refreshing.
It's a refreshing Dew. I don't know what the flavor is. It doesn't smell like it tastes.
What are we rating this puppy? What are we rating this year's Mountain Dew Voodoo Mystery Flavor?
6.5.
6.5. Tyler coming out of the gate with another one of his controversial ratings.
It's a good dew. It's not a top tier dew.
You know what? I am actually going to disagree with you. This is probably one of my favorite dews. You know what? I'm going to say this one is a solid 8.2. There's an 8.2. This is a good dew. If you can even manage to find this, the reason we don't have bottles is because we had to go to 3 different places, and they only had this, and it was $10 for this whole thing. Voodoo. It was fantastic. I gave Voodoo 2023 an 8.2. It was one of my favorite dews, and it still is. It had that nice little, I think it was a sour airhead flavor.
Ah, yes.
It was very good, very good. Very cool artwork on the can and everything. With that being said, Tyler, what did you think of Voodoo 2023?
Well, the fact that I couldn't even remember what it tasted like tells me it was a forgettable flavor.
Ooh.
Which is why I gave it a 6.5. It didn't deserve more than that for me.
That's fair. It is a yearly flavor that they change every year, so it kind of makes sense that you wouldn't remember it fondly. Now I do. It stood out to me.
I remember its cousin, the even older one, a lot worse though. That cousin being the 2019 Voodoo, which was candy corn. It's very sweet. It's like a birthday cake.
Never mind.
It's very sweet.
Ooh, hold on.
Oh, I do not like that.
Yeah.
I do not like that.
I think
Tyler,
it's birthday cake.
It's like a cupcake.
I think it's birthday
That's
cake.
like a
It
vanilla.
tastes like a funfetti cupcake.
That's exactly what
It's a funfetti cupcake. I'm telling you right now.
mystery flavor to be candy corn.
What the fuck? What? No wonder it's awful. I'm not 75 years old.
My official score for this dew is
This is.
1.5.
Ooh.
1.5 for the dew.
I don't remember. What was the worst dew we ever tried?
It's not good. Don't drink this Mountain Dew.
This is a 3. This is a 3. I mean, granted, that's even with me considering that it's from 2019. Two thumbs down. Candy corn, in my opinion, is very gross. I don't like candy corn. The dew was kind of fizzy, if I recall. It just wasn't very flavored well. I don't know. I just don't like candy corn. It's
Yeah.
not something I go to the store and buy every year.
There's no reason for them to make a flavor of that. Candy corn is like the Halloween candy version of those circus peanuts that you can get from like the dollar store. That's terrible, and that drink was terrible. I believe I gave it a 2. If I didn't give it a 2, I would give it a 2. It deserves a very low rating.
That's true. Now, once again, Sean the Dew Connoisseur coming back out with another 3. I gave it a 3 because it was all right. It was but it wasn't it was After that, Tyler wasn't here.
I'm so sorry.
He
Therefore,
was spending quality time with family. So we're kicking Tyler out, and we're bringing in the 2 fellas that reviewed these dews. No, what? Is that
It's me.
Cup Guy Jerry here to talk about the dews Jerry reviewed?
The ones I had to review for a certain someone that, again, like Sean said, spending quality time with family.
We love family here at the Dudes. And Tyler, I'm sorry to keep bringing it up. That being said, Jerry, we tried the 2023 Game Fuel. They came back, went out with Game Fuel after a couple years.
It was nice to have it back. Truth be told.
It definitely was, and I wasn't too terribly disappointed with these flavors.
Very quickly this time.
Oh, yeah.
This is really nothing special.
Very subtle, kind of goes away quickly almost, and it feels like the more I drink it, the less unique that flavor is.
Right,
It just becomes almost bland to
Like
me.
it's just bland. I don't really taste it. I mean, it's fizzy. It has a little bit of fruit.
I'm probably gonna go a 5.5 for me. 5.5. Again, it's not a bad dew at all. It's just,
I'm gonna have to agree with you. It's like a 5.4.
yeah.
5.2 maybe. You want more fruity? Come on.
Diablo. kinda
I'm fruity.
disappointed
He's
us.
fruity. Look. Now I gave the Mountain Dew Mystic Punch a 5.2. I didn't really like it. In my opinion, there wasn't a lot of flavor to it. It would just kind of tasted bland. I kind of wanted a little more, punch to it. Just kind of like a little, punch fruity flavor. And it just didn't deliver on that. Jerry, what did you think about it?
Honestly, I kind of got to second everything Sean just said there. I was expecting a bigger punch. I expected more of a kick, and it was bland. It was, I think if I remember correctly, a little bit of a purpley drink, like a grape flavor, like a bland grape flavor drink, if I remember that correctly.
Indeed, it was purple. It was a kind of clear purple.
And I
which
think I
was
gave
not-
it a, not to cut you off, I think I gave it a 5.5 because it wasn't bad. But honestly, I'm going to definitely pick something else most of the time over that particular dew.
Well, that's a good thing, because that dew is no longer on shelves, along with the second game fuel, the citrus cherry. Let's go for that sniff test. We're not thinking and sinking yet. Come on.
Very, very, like,
That is a strong fruit scent.
yeah. Yeah! It's like opening up a pack of Gushers.
That's exact. You know what? That does smell like
amazing.
this.
I'd probably give it a 7. I'll go 7.3 out of 10.
That is a pretty high score for this dew. Myself, difficult decision here. This is difficult. It's not bad. I'm definitely not giving it anything lower than a 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're gonna go 7.7.
Yeah.
7.7. This is a very, very good dew. It is limited, so you better enjoy it while supplies last. Now the citrus cherry, I myself gave as a 7.7. It was actually very good. It was a
Yeah.
red dew. I vividly remember Master Chief being on it. That's always great.
Master Chief delivered. He always does.
Always does. It was red flavored. It was cherry flavored with a little citrus in there, as most dews are. It was very good. Very good. I gave it a 7.7, and I'm going to bump that up to a solid 8. Solid 8 across the board. It was a great dew. Jerry, I know you kind of hyped this one up a little bit. So what are you thinking about the citrus cherry here?
It's a dew I miss. I actually do kind of crave it. I don't drink a ton of Mountain Dew, but this is one of the few dews that I actually wish I could drink again. Now, it's gone. I can't actually get it unless I were to go spend extra money on it. But I remember giving it a 7.3, and I will tell you, I would probably kick that up to like an 8.5 now. I generally did like that dew a lot. It's one of my favorite dews of all time, actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
One of the goats.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites. I truthfully wish I could have a beverage of it right now.
Wow. That being said, after that video, Cup Guy Jerry here got canned. That's when cameraman, editor, cool guy Jesus joined, and we
I don't
reviewed.
have that title on mine. It just says cameraman.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. You're an editorial in our hearts. I feel really bad because Jesus here has stopped drinking soda and no longer reviews the dews with us, and that's fine because he's making a healthy choice in his life. Now, the most disappointing part of that was that he tried a very disappointing dew.
I
This is
ended
last
off
soda.
on one of the worst. Well, I could have ended off on a better do, I guess is the better way of
This is-
putting it.
Right, you could have did better. We need to do better. We tried, Jesus tried, and did not like the Purple Thunder, the Circle K exclusive dew.
How much
mystery
did you
dew.
How much did you spend on this?
I think I paid $20. Could have been
God,
16.
why did they put so much?
They styrofoamed this baby.
This is
so
saran
tight.
wrap, first of all.
Oh, is it
styrofoam?
Oh, yes, it's not styrofoam. What do I want? Without further ado, Purple Thunder. Let's get that sniff test.
Okay.
Ooh, very strong flavor. Cup guy's shaking his head. No. It smells so familiar too.
I swear, like, and the thing is, they always smell familiar, but like you can never pinpoint what it is. But from what I've learned in the previous ones, if it smells good, it doesn't necessarily mean it's gonna taste good.
Let's think it and sink it. We gotta get this dew review going. I spent $16 on this.
It's just like a, it's just
Is this a joke? It's a 4.
A 4.
It's a 4.
I mean, I've only been on this side of the camera a couple times actually rating a Dew, and I think the last time I was on here was the unfortunate of the Baja flavors.
They were also
They
bad.
were very bad. I'm gonna give it. I'll give it a 4.
That's what I'm saying. The
Like I said,
aftertaste
it's not bad.
good.
It could be worse.
It could definitely be worse. It could
Oh
be
my
like
goodness.
a goofy flavor.
Demons just came out of me.
Do with was it plum?
It was plum.
Plum.
And I
said it-
apologize. I thought plums were the things that you eat if you have trouble pooping. I was informed in the comments that it is in fact prunes that I was thinking of, but both things just
Both are
I've-
both.
I've
taste
yet
like
I've
poop.
had none of them, so it's what it is. What it is, but
It's not great. I gave this a solid 4. Wasn't too bad. I'm really not going to change my answer because I don't wish on, ever thinking about it. It's just kind of one of those things that goes, in one ear out the other. Jesus, what did you give it?
I'm pretty sure I gave it a 4 as well. I agreed with you. It was very lackluster Dew. I honestly probably would have given it lower if we would have driven 3 hours to get it, and that would have been what we got.
Ooh.
I would have probably given it a 1, but I'm happy with the 4. Other than the fact that you spent $25 for the 4 bottles of it, but like I said, it was a 4. I'm happy with that. Purple Thunder's the reason I stopped drinking soda.
Oh, wow.
That ruined it for me.
Circle K, PepsiCo, do better. Pick better flavors, people. There's a million of them. Made Flamin' Hot taste good. Why is Purple Thunder bad?
Now, if Mountain Dew makes an actual grape flavored Mountain Dew, I will come back.
You heard it here first, folks. The return of cameraman editorial. Cool guy. Jesus. If there's a great flavor Dew.
Till then, I'll stay behind the camera and you won't see me again.
Exactly. Now get back there, boy. We were back. And we filmed a very special, very merry holiday Dew special.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
In the video, we were reunited wonderfully by a man named Klaus, who was mistaken for Santa Claus.
Merry. Anyways, have a good one. Thanks, Klaus, for the 2 random strangers and box of gifts. I'm glad to be here. Do you guys have money? No. Please.
So what are these?
Hello?
Hi. Wait a minute.
Jerry?
Anyone there?
Tyler?
Wait. Sean?
Oh my gosh, Tyler! How long have you been in the bag?
Guys.
It's Mountain Dew Fruit Quake. Now the color here, it's very it's like it looks like a red wine.
Smells very sweet.
Smells like fruit.
It's weird.
That's
Really
such a
weird.
weird taste because it tastes like I taste
Yeah.
cherries, but I also taste like gingerbread.
I had very low expectations. Just for
Yeah.
just for that.
Honestly, my expectations were also very low. I was expecting it to be god awful, literally horrible. But I'm not gonna lie, Tyler, this is like a 7.2. 7.2 Dew, expired fruit quake. What are you thinking?
I have to agree. This is a 7. Solid 7 for this Mountain Dew.
One of the highest rated Dews Tyler's rated.
It took me by surprise. I'm proud of it.
But we're trying that gingerbread snap.
Sniff this.
Sniff it. Wow. Right out the gates, gingerbread scent.
Yeah.
Punches you in the face. These little dudes on here.
Tickles the nose hairs a bit.
Get this dude down the hatch.
Boom. Sorry.
There's no flavor there.
That's weird. It tastes just like
It,
just like regular seltzer water.
it does. That one was incredibly flat compared to the last one.
Yeah.
Tyler might throw up. He's not looking happy about it. Tyler,
That was very disgusting. I'm giving this one 1.5.
1.5.
That was really gross. I
Um,
don't recommend this to
I don't know.
I
feel
don't
like this-
recommend this to Scumbag Nick even. This is
Whoa,
terrible.
Scumbag Nick, the Dew connoisseur himself. I don't, you know, Tyler, it's at least a 3.
You're being generous.
Because it's not the worst. It's not the worst.
not
It's
the
not the
worst.
worst Dew.
No, I know what the worst.
I'm
is.
taking into consideration. We're not going back there. We're taking into consideration, Tyler. That 1, this Dew is expired. 2, this Dew is very expired.
So surprisingly, when we reviewed these Dews, we got the order wrong. We thought Fruitquake was gonna be bad and Gingerbread Snap was gonna be somewhat better.
Right.
We were horribly wrong. Gingerbread Snapped was another very disappointing Mountain Dew, to say the least.
Indeed, it was. You know, I thought, you know, gingerbread, it tastes good. It's not going to be bad. But alas, once again, Sean was incredibly wrong. Gingerbread Snapped was a very big disappointment. Now, granted, the Dew was out of date, but it was incredibly flat compared to the other Dews that were out of date that we had tried previously. The taste in your mouth was icky, sticky, and it kind of like, it didn't feel good. It did not feel good to
down
drink.
good. I woke up with some of the worst heartburn I've ever had from that one.
Wow. I didn't even know that.
I would give.
Did you die?
I should have. No, I'm fine. I gave the Gingerbread Snapped a 1.5, but honestly, I don't know if I should give it lower, just considering how old it was, but it was terrible.
It
was really bad.
It was indeed very bad. You know me, I had to give the old Dew a 3 because I can't be decisive and come up with a better score. Now, it was very bad, and I'm actually going to change my score on that one to a 1.5 because I'm agree with Tyler. It wasn't good, and the more I think about it, the worse it gets, and I never want to try that again. We tried Mountain Dew Fruitquake. It was very good.
It was delicious, actually.
Yeah.
It was surprising considering actual fruitquake is disgusting. And
Well, actual Fruitquake.
actual
tried
fruitcake
Oh,
is
I
disgusting.
see. Actual fruitcake is disgusting.
Fruitquake.
Actual fruitquake
Was delicious.
is good. It is really good, actually. For it being expired, it was still fizzy, which does not make any sense to me. But Mountain Dew Fruitquake was very good, in my opinion. I believe I give it a 7.3.
I believe I gave it a 7, and I would keep that score. It was very good.
Yeah.
It doesn't taste like fruitcake. I've tried fruitcake even again over the holidays to make sure it still sucked, and it did. It was really
Wow.
bad.
I can't believe you did that to yourself.
It wasn't by choice.
Mountain Dew Fruitquake, I gave it a 7.3. I'm going to boot it up to a 7.5. It's getting a little higher in my book because the more I think about it, the more I'm like, well, you know what? That was a little scrumdiddlyumptious.
Scrumdiddlyumptious.
It was pretty good.
It was a good Dew.
It was pretty good.
It was a very good Dew.
At least that Dew was good. Ginger Snapped was a big disappointment. Fruitquake made up for the disappointment. Glad we got to produce a good video out of that. Very fun video, one of my favorites so far. But that was the last Dew of 2023, which is bonkers to me. We've been on a wild ride. Somehow increasingly got better at camera quality and video quality.
That's all thanks to cameraman and editor and director
And cool guy.
Cool guy Jesus.
Thank you, cool guy. Thank you for the thumbs up. We got a thumbs up, an approval.
It's grown. It's like what was it? 10 sizes too big.
What an incredible year it has been. What an incredible year it will be.
The year of the Duragon.
Year of the Dude, or Duragon, as Tyler says, because apparently in the Chinese
In the Chinese
calendar
zodiac, it is the year of the dragon, which was originally called the Duragon until the Dew got lost in translation.
Oh, wow. Thank you for that bit of information, Tyler. I actually had no idea. Mountain Dew was actually there before the creation of time itself.
Dew created time.
The
Mountain-
fountains of Dewth.
The fountains of Dew.
The fountains of Dewth exist. We have to find the fountains of Dewth. I am very excited for 2024 and what it holds for us as the dudes. I'm very excited for you guys to watch this video and the future videos we create and watch along as we try to try every single Dew flavor. For the shout out this video, it's going out to each and every one of you. All of the people that have watched the Dudes, all of our 73 subscribers, y'all are the real MVPs. It makes me so happy.
73. We never even thought we would get that.
Right.
So, thank you.
Even if you're all people we know, we're very grateful that you support us in all of our do efforts. Honestly, yeah. Thank you for watching. Tyler, how many likes should this video get?
We gotta go for at least 20.
I'm gonna say 23.
23?
23 for 23.
23
or
for
24
23.
for 24. One of the two. If it gets more than that, we'll be happy. Have a wonderful 2024, and we'll see you at the end. Tyler, do you feel like somebody's watching us right now?
I got this cold chill all of a sudden.
No!